Contrast. Yeah. Okay, that was day 1. Does anyone remember what day 2 was about? Yes, so hue relationships, right? Analogous and complementary. And so you remember, so first of all, you learned about contrast, and then I love that you guys are using the word analogous, and opposites. Individuals. Who prefers the feeling and look of contrast? And then who prefers the look and feeling of analogous? Who can't make up their mind? But do you have a language? Have you used the language before in looking at quilts? No. So this makes me happy that I hope these are some of the takeaways for the week. Like, oh, I like that because it has high contrast. It makes me bubbly, or it makes me excited, right? Because that's what contrast does. It kind of is a little whoo, right? A little jump in your day, or in your heart, or in your brain. And what does analogous tend to do for us? Calming, harmonious, and that depending on day 3, we talked about, remember, emotional.
Temperature.
Yes, emotional mood, which equals the temperature. Temperature of color. So that was our day 3, was how does, and remember what did I say about color and how it makes you feel? That it's individual. That just because blues make someone calm doesn't necessarily make it that you have to feel calm. That color is so personal. Like, yeah, if you polled maybe 100 people, maybe X of them would say, oh yeah, that makes me feel calm. But the other group, no, for some reason, it might not make them feel calm. So I asked you, so what about color sometimes? To not think too much?
Think about it, to feel it.
To see it.
Yeah, to use your heart and feel, like, what are you feeling? What does color make you feel? And to quiet down as you look and work. Well, that's one thing nice about working in our home studios, is that we have time to be with the fabric when we're ironing it, when we're starching it, when we're cutting it, and then we get to sew it, and then when we again iron it, because that's on repeat, right? Mm-hmm. On repeat, and what emotions come up for us as we're making a piece. So that was day 3, and we did the warm block, the cool blocks, and then we did the combination of warm and cool. So this final day, I like talking about the intensity of color, okay? And this it continues on the concept of emotional. Quiet feeling, or loud. I'm combining 2 concepts today because intensity, quiet feeling, loud, muted, electric, calm. These are themes that we were talking about yesterday, right? So as a final day of a lot of teaching, I feel like what I'm trying to work with the class in every color class is this elliptical motion of teaching about color, but always coming back to what did we learn before? Because in order to move forward with our knowledge, we have to keep coming back to what we learned. Like, you can't just do a rocket straight forward and become a color maven in a rocket formation. You have to massage it, you have to practice it, you have to learn by doing. And the fact that you guys can walk out of class and say, oh, I love the high contrast of that quilt. Or I love the analogous, feeling. I like the analogous palette. You've got some fun tools to work with in your making moving forward, and also in your seeing. When you look at other quilts, when you look at artwork, when you look at maybe a clothing that you're putting together today, that you're putting on your body, does this make me feel better? I think that's kind of why I love fashion, because you put things on and, does it make you feel better? If you don't care, that's great too. You don't have to care. So the other aspect of what helps things in this realm is a proportion. And what is a field versus an accent? Okay, so proportion and a field, an accent is just taking a very, very simple thing. Here's two colors, right? This is electric because of what? They're opposites, they're contrast, so they're both. And so the field, if this becomes the field, the red-violet, then the yellow, bright yellow, is just an accent. So that has one feeling. Here you go. So see, that has one feeling. And then if you take, again, these same two colors, here's 50%. But then let's make the red-violet the accent. And it completely changes the mood, the feeling of just these two colors. So when I talk about color, I'm not always assuming 50% at all. Because 50%, if you use, if 2 yards of your fabric in your quilt is red and the other 2 yards is blue, you're going to have a very balanced quilt, right? Half of it's red, half of it's blue, which is fine if that's what you want to go for. But if you want to have a field of color, like say you love blue, then your quilt, is going to be mostly in the blues with the red as an accent. If you love red, like my mother-in-law, she would do this. And she'd use the blue as an accent. And she might do that intuitively, but I want for you guys to understand, like, yes, intuitive color work is how we mostly go through our quilting process. Mm-hmm. But I'm asking you to let's be more mindful. Let's understand why we like something, why we don't like something. Because we all know what we like and we don't like, but what we're learning this week is why. Ask, why don't I like that? Why do I like that?